Game 3 from the top 16 worlds. This is the third round. We have Jesse on the left and Ben on the right. Engineering the Future versus Andromeda. So once again, I have with me John Delazandre and Andrew Cortez. And how are you guys doing?
Doing great.
Doing great.
How was your Thanksgiving? I say that because I will likely post this after Thanksgiving, so let's pretend like we all had Thanksgiving already and commentate on that.
After Thanksgiving, it's amazing how good the Lions stomped the Bears.
Wow, that's really cool because I saw the Bears won by 3 points, kicking the winning field goal with 30 seconds left.
Cool. I will cry so much into my beer. Oh my gosh.
Oh.
The Bears never really stood a chance with that Astro train that the Lions got rolling early enough in the game.
Hey, Brian, I didn't know you were into football.
I know enough. And we have Crypsis Matt on the right and Winning Agenda Podcast on the left. So I assume that Jesse is a part of the Winning Agenda Podcast. You should check that out. And you should check out the Crypsis Podcast if such a thing exists. We're seeing a lot of these top 16 2013 world maps here in the top 16 of 2014. I wonder if the same thing will be true for 2015 worlds. I guess we'll all find out. A lot of shuffling. This is serious times, you know. Third round of top 16, you don't screw around. You shuffle.
You know, I'll shuffle once, twice, 10 times. I don't know. Ladies' choice.
Maybe go up to 11 times.
Yeah, I don't know.
And you could tell this Ben here has played a lot of Andromeda because he just takes the 9 cards really fast. I have to count each one out individually. He doesn't bother with that. Just take a handful, and it's probably within 3, you know?
Right, yeah.
And I think the players are waiting for time to be called. So we will speculate on many things while that's going on. How do you think the Fiji water is going to affect this court play?
You know, I thought about it, and I did a nutrients analysis on Fiji water once, and it turns out that the water is definitely water.
Water's the way to go. Although we did see Min, the second place winner of the whole thing, drinking just about a gallon of orange juice, right?
Yeah.
And that's an interesting call as well. John, do you have any feelings on orange juice versus water?
I prefer alcohol, so...
Just right there during the play?
I think my secret for next world is I'm going to get hammered right before the cut. And I think my drunk Netrunner skills are impeccable.
There's nothing that can guarantee that that's water. That could easily be vodka.
Secret tech at the finals.
You know, I believe it's pronounced Russian water in some circles.
In the Andrew College circles.
Yes, that's right. Hey, I graduated college. Thank you very much.
Thanks to Russian water?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
It's nice to see an HP deck instead of an NEH deck.
This is Engineering the Future. I mean, it's the purple version of NEH.
Would you rather have a credit or a card draw?
Card.
What's it? I want both. I want an ID that is just both those things.
Right.
Yeah, that's an interesting balance there. You know, it seems like a card is generally better. Like if I could just choose to have a free card or free credit, I would almost always take a free card. But Engineering Future triggers on any install, where NEH is only on a new remote server, which I think is a pretty big factor. I think you're going to see the Engineering Future ability trigger probably twice as much as that, if not more. Do you think that's about an accurate assessment?
I think that's accurate, but I mean, there's a ton of good transaction cards where you're getting creds. How many Corp Draw cards other than Jackson Howard? Go. And our
green level clearance.
Indirectly. Yeah.
Anonymous tip.
But who plays these guys?
Anonymous tip is the best card.
Did we ever find out
it's a card that turns into 3 other cards. Imagine that.
Oh. Who knows? I don't.
Maybe Jackson Howard is the one that's giving the anonymous tip. That would make sense.
We have a development here in the game. Andromeda took a mulligan.
That's impossible. You get 9 cards. That's a good hand.
9 cards is roughly half of the deck, too. I did the math once.
It checks out.
So, we have start of game here. And install to get a credit.
HB ability.
It's a good way to go. It's probably an ice.
So he went to all the trouble of counting out the 5 credits, and now he takes them off and changes them out for a 5.
And we have another ice and a remote. And I didn't notice what any of those cards were, so it'll be a nice surprise. Dirty Laundry on that remote. And he's going to trash the SanSan.
Oh, we see yellow cards. Turn 1.
So that was a hedge fund into a Dirty Laundry. And that could have been a Jackson Howard. I like that kind of risky play.
You know, especially when you have 0 cards in archives, it's always a good decision.
Yeah, just go for it. And it definitely put him in a really good position.
Yeah, there we go.
And Jackson Howard's going to get him a credit for the install and a couple cards. So he draws into an NAPD and a road turret. And what do you think about Mr. Lee in this matchup?
I mean, I always think Mr. Lee is just a solid criminal card.
Yeah, you do like Mr. Lee a lot. I say you use that one quite a bit.
Yeah.
My alternative is to not include any card draw in your deck and just, you know, hope for the best and then not make top 16.
There you go.
All right, Paper Wall is rezzed, denying the Desperado credit hard.
Interesting. Yeah.
So, Corporation is making those cards a little bit hard to see, but he definitely draws into 2 Vitruvius on that Jackson Howard click.
There might be some dumping.
Might be wanting to get rid of some of those agendas. I feel like he has a sure gamble on hand.
He wants to ice up archives because of the security testing and then pitch.
Test, yeah.
And here he does.
And yeah, so he almost forgot the Engineer of the Future, but he does not because he's pro.
He's a pro, exactly.
He is a pro, and pros don't forget. But he didn't get to unload those agendas, and he's losing that Jackson Howard. That I feel like that puts him in somewhat of a bad position. But HQ is pretty well defended at this point.
However, there is a legwork on the criminal side of the table.
It's not fun to have to res a Rhoda when there's nothing to destroy, though.
Yeah, he does that to deny the 3 credits, which I guess he kind of had to do.
I think it's still the right play. It just is unfortunate.
These paper walls are really interesting.
This is surprising to me.
I think this is probably just a way to try and get some early agenda scored with SanSan, right?
Yeah, if he'd have been able to put that paper wall in front of SanSan, we'd be looking at a whole different game right now.
Right. Yeah, because his econ is not the problem here.
Right.
And he's going to discard a card. And I couldn't tell what that was, but I don't think it was one of the agendas.
I think I might pitch an agenda at this point, because if he ever does get archives, it's just going to be the security test if he somehow gets rid of that.
Yeah, especially, and that might have been an NAPD. Again, a little bit hard to tell what cards are in HQ right now, but an NAPD there would have been, seems like a fine play. Okay, so he installs a bank job in the same old thing there.
Oh, my favorite card. Right.
Yeah, there was a lot of bank jobbing happening there at Worlds, huh?
Yeah.
It seems like everybody came to kind of the same runner deck for NEH all together.
Yeah.
And I was also seeing quite a bit of Doppelganger. So he
got that B-Labor on a Vitruvius.
And you think about this compared to NEH, and it feels so much weaker, right?
It just looks clunky, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Watched
but
NEH
this was the old-fashioned, you know, like
right.
Regionals 2013. I remember this was the deck.
Pretty much.
Yeah. You can get it out.
We got the 2013 playmat over here on the right, and the 2013 deck over here on the left.
I mean, I'm sure there's differences compared to 2013.
I'm sure there are.
Yeah.
But still, it's just with everybody else swimming in NEH. I like that he's just proud.
Yeah, no, and he brought it, you know, making it third round in top 16. So he installs a Quandary, and I think that's going to be a Adonis campaign behind it. Or he might try and get an agenda through.
I say go for it.
I like putting it on Adonis to bait out an inside job.
Inside job.
Yeah. Well, let's just start running. Ooh, and he loses quick.
Ooh, an Enigma. You said
that's an Enigma.
That's the big boy.
Yeah.
Big Quandary.
Yeah.
And he baits out the inside job. What did I say? What did I say? See, Brian, me and you, we need to talk about how to play Netrunner.
Well, no, that's exactly what I said. What are you talking about?
Okay, sure it is.
Look, you know, you're watching this on YouTube right now, probably. Go back and watch what I said.
Listen to the
I
tapes.
believe.
Yeah, listen to the
I
tape.
thought you said something about putting out an agenda, and I said no.
No, I said he might.
Oh.
I said he might, and then I was like, that would probably not be a good thing.
All right. I should
He
probably
knows
listen
better
to you
than
more.
us.
That would help.
And he is drawn, so he gets an ABT and another ice.
I like this here.
And there's that engineering the future ability coming into play, getting that ice installed
Yeah.
for free. That Adonis is
Nice.
gonna pay out. That is my bet.
It's looking good.
Yeah. So why didn't he trash the Adonis campaign when he inside jobbed in?
More importantly,
Oh, he didn't have any
he
credits.
banked-
He spent 2 for the inside job.
Oh, he
bank
was-
job.
only got 1 back
Yeah,
for
he didn't get to use
Desperado.
his bank
Yeah.
job, I see.
Nope.
Ouch.
Was he really down to 0 credits once he inside jobbed in?
No, well, he had 1 with Desperado. but,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
So
Okay, that makes sense.
Didn't
Yeah, I
get a
thought he
steal
had
an
more
agenda
credits.
because it wasn't an agenda. Didn't get any bank job money out of it. Now you can't get into the remote. Bank job is useless. That is rough.
That
Yeah.
hurts.
And we're seeing a lot of blue-green level here going on.
I think he's trying to make up for that NEH draw we were talking about before. No. Oh, okay.
So that is
Say massive.
very likely another SanSan.
Yeah.
All this Mr. Lee draw, and he hasn't seen a barrier breaker. That's, you know,
Or
the
or
corpse
special order.
R&D is not,
Which
yeah,
is-
or a
There
special
we
order
go,
for that
special.
matter. So finally it lands here, and
Yeah, you know,
There it
I felt really slow in my runner play all throughout Worlds. Like, I just couldn't get my breakers fast enough, no matter what. And this is a little... Okay, so he's going to go into R&D, I assume?
Yeah.
So he's going to make some money here. See a card. Oh, he security tested R&D. Never mind.
now he's got lots of money.
Yeah, that definitely helped recover his econ.
Well, he used Caddy, it looks
He-
like. and-
Okay, so that was an NAPD on top. So it would have been nice to have an agenda, but it's not really an agenda he would have wanted to see.
I think you want to see NAPDs. Gotta take them.
So he is going to score out ABT here,
So
probably.
he only let half that Adonis run. Seems
Run
like.
it, run it. No, that's a Vitruvius.
Do it. No.
See, sometimes you score out a Vitruvius instead of an ABT, so you don't tempt yourself to run it.
That's a good life choice. Just don't enable yourself.
Yeah. See, I would have just run it.
Yeah. No Jackson on the table? Sure. Why not?
Okay, so he...
There's
So
that
are you
light
reading
horse.
a lot of agendas in hand as a runner right now?
Well, you know there's an NAP.
He doesn't
know
Oh,
that.
actually,
He
you
never
don't
saw
know
it.
You
that,
see the
but,
you see the
yeah.
SanSan scored, and I think you just go for it because if they're gonna invest in a SanSan, they probably have another agenda in hand. I don't know. It seems like this was a pretty well timed legwork. It didn't quite work out, but he got an agenda,
he did.
killed a Jackson. It wasn't horrible.
Excuse me.
Oh, that's a
Okay,
good-
yeah, so it worked out. So he
Gila hands,
he
yeah.
ran there for the security testing, and then the corp accidentally showed him the Gila hands, but he ran again, so it all worked
Yeah.
out.
I think he would have run it anyway.
Yeah, certainly.
Yeah.
I think you
He's
check
getting
that free
another
card.
credit from that.
Yeah, I think you check that free card for sure.
Plus,
Oh.
it's a Desperado. So.
Yeah, if you let the corp get that, that would have been bad. So he could just score on an ABT right here, but he is putting himself, R&D is still wide open.
Yeah, I would like to get some amount of ice in there. I don't, even if it was an Eli, just to do some.
I would
credit
score it
drain.
out now,
Unless
get to
he's-
game point. That's
Yeah,
me.
I think I agree
Oh.
with that, just because
Oh.
he doesn't have a lot of credits, and that HQ ace might not even be resible.
Nope, exactly. There's always a siphon.
now
There's
he's
always
at-
a
he's
siphon
getting
chance
one,
here.
so
Unless
he
it's a
can
code
res
gate,
that as
you're
well.
you're vulnerable to siphon, and and then I don't
I don't know. I'm worried about at that point. I'm worried about a planned assault indexing a Maker's Eye personally.
Could be, but
Yeah,
I don't know.
I think
I see a lot of
that's-
Andy that were running the R&D interface because
Yeah.
that seemed to be like what a lot of people had instead. But okay,
There comes
we
the
just talked
siphon.
about this play here. Is that a code gate?
That is
Applicable.
Victor 2.
yeah, Victor 2, so that is a code gate. So he spends a click to protect it. What is that's the brain damage one, right? So he spends a click to protect his brain, and it ends the run. Or no, he
Could
can't
have
do that. What did
let
he
the
do?
trace fire because he doesn't have enough money to pump it.
Oh yeah, so he just paid for the trace, right? And he had enough to score it out. How did? Oh yeah, so he got a money.
And he gets a credit for installing. That's the HB play right there.
That engineering. Oh, runner takes the Vitruvius. This could be game. He gets it.
Oh, that's a tough thing.
But that's just a 1-pointer. It's a 1-pointer. Sees a SanSan. No, you don't trash at this point, right? He trashed. Oh, he's gonna see another card. So he trashed that just to see another card.
Wow.
That was that was a quick turn.
So close. It's a close thing right here.
Closing that scoring window.
The 6-6 game here. HB take 3.
Yeah, so take 4.
Take 4.
Just do it.
If you have any kind of asset, I put it on the SanSan to get the credit and make him think it might be an NAPD.
Because he's got to run it. Yeah.
But he might not have one in hand. I don't know. Even another SanSan just. Oh, can you put him? You can't put it in the same server.
No, they're regions.
Yeah, they're regions.
This is an interesting situation. I feel like the corp's in like sort of a bad position here.
R&D just coughed up a bunch of agendas. That's never fun.
Oh.
So he's gonna siphon. He's gonna go check R&D again.
Yeah.
Do you think this opens him up for the Scorched Earth play that is surely to come?
I like to run closed accounts in HP for this very reason. Although.
Oh, so he cleared the tags just to protect his resources, I guess. I don't know if I would have cleared there. I guess just for the closed accounts, like you said.
And CAD security testing and stuff. Like.
No, he didn't clear the tags. There's no way.
He clicked through. You're right. They're underneath his die there.
Yeah, it's on the ID.
Right. Yeah. He's just hiding them from us commentators.
Yeah, but he could, if he wanted to clear them, he could always do this next turn. Another.
Okay.
Man, that lack of a code gate breaker is painful.
Yeah, it's hard in Criminal. Like I'm really happy that the new dog is out because I think that fills a role that Criminal really needed.
Someone said dog deck?
Dog deck. Dog deck would have won him this game.
I think that's an R&D interface there, right? So I was telling you, Andy and R&D interface.
Inside job to go kill the SanSan.
That's a great play. Oh, except when there's paper
wall.
Paper wall is perfect.
That is amazing.
He made great use of those paper walls.
I love it.
All right, and he draws into a roto turret. So I think it's pretty clear he's demonstrated he doesn't have a code gate breaker yet. Do you think it's worth the risk at this point just to throw the NAPD down on the SanSan?
I think if I'm the corp at this point, I speculate he doesn't even run code gate breakers, and I can just score behind Quandary willy-nilly.
Oh, because this is the risk right here.
There we go.
Yeah, that might have been the play.
Let's see that NAPD.
Nope.
Oh, wow.
Especially if you put that down as your first click, like you don't draw any cards, then the corp like has to either assume it's an NAPD or you're just trying to bait them in with like an Adonis campaign or something. That code gate, those code gates are so hard.
Doing some work. It's no fun as a learner to have to just take 3 over and over again.
Do you think an archives check is worth it?
Use your fairy for that? No. I don't.
No. There's what, 1 face down?
I think 2.
1 or 2?
I think 2.
2? No, I don't think so.
Especially when you've stolen this many agendas. You don't think there's that many extra.
Yeah. I mean, I've lost so many games to not checking archives that I'm paranoid about it.
You want to check it at some point, for sure, but right now, finding a way to get past the code gates, I think, is more important.
Yeah. I lost track of whose turn it is, even. Must be the runner's turn, right? No?
No.
That engineering the future money. He's account siphoning for all 4 clicks.
So good. Just train those siphons.
It is. I mean, he's getting the money, slowing down the corp, but he really needs. He's not finding his code gate breaker. I think is the problem there.
Now, Didn't we see a shipment from SanSan?
Oh,
earlier?
he found it. He found it. Look at that. He got the R&D interface and the passport. He had to choose.
Didn't we see a shipment from SanSan earlier on the corp here?
Yeah, we did.
So I don't know that keeping him on no credits is necessarily the best play he could be doing because he's already seen him score from 0. So.
Right.
I mean, if it's his only really line of attack, so he has to do it. But I would be nervous right now that. Okay, so yeah.
Ooh, leg work. This can do it. This can do it. Spend a bunch of credits for passport and pull the NAPD. He got it.
Boom. Wow.
Ooh, a runner one.
Yeah.
There we go.
How many more 3-2s? So there was a Vitruvius on the runner side. There 4 of the 3-2s were scored, right?
Yeah, because there was 2 Vitruvius on the corp, 1 on the runner. There was an AVT on the corp, and then there was NAPD, Pet, Gila Hands, and then the Vitruvius on the other side. So
the corp is really just trying to draw his 3-2s or another 3-1.
Right.
Close game.
Good. That was use of the count siphon there.
Yeah, I mean, did that siphon matter in the end? I guess it got him econ he needed.
By siphoning, he kept making it so that on his turn all he did was take 3, and then he would check ice to make him res the ice, and then he had to just take 3 again. So he was mentally dictating what the corp could do.
He was slowing. Like the corp could have just been digging for that winning agenda if he hadn't siphoned him.
Exactly.
Right. Okay, smart play. There's maybe a lot more going on there than what seems then.
It was nice to see the runner get a win. You know, the corp's dominated all throughout the finals, so nice to see a rare runner win there.
Yeah, that leg work doing work, doing leg work, doing leg work. So that is the end of my Worlds coverage. I wanted to get a lot more games, but it was just quite challenging to record Swiss games with everyone packed in as we were, so I didn't even try. And the top 16 after this third round, they just were down to 2 tables, and so they were just streaming them on the FFG stream. And so that's all I have for you.
But it was nice to get to see a couple of the not feature table games, so that was great that you recorded them.
Yeah, definitely. And all 3 of those games were really good, just in terms of being very close and being very tense.
Yeah, we saw a lot of match
very dramatic games.
Sure.
Yeah, certainly. Really interesting stuff. So thanks again for helping me commentate.
Thanks.
Absolutely.
And we will have more on the channel soon.